What's up, beautiful people? In this video we'll be talking about what we can garden and grow in the month of January. That's right, because it is January 1st 2022. If it was the first time you heard somebody say it to you, welcome to the new year. Aren't you excited? Aren't you ready to do some new things, grow new things, eat new things, all from your own garden? I know I am. I'm excited that you are, so let's get to it. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 All right, great people, how y'all doing today? It's your boy Ricky Jones Jr. And if you're new to the channel, hello to all. I love to do gardening videos. I have a gardening business titled Garden With Me that I am fully launching in this year, okay? So you may see a URL down below. If not, I promise you it will be coming. So you might as well go ahead and subscribe, click the bell notification so that you are aware when that is coming up. Because if you are into gardening, I do have some grow bag soil that I have come out with that I want to get your way. And so that is what is producing and growing the vegetables and things that are in this grow bag, as well as what can grow and produce yours as well. And also, if you do buy a grow bag from me with vegetables already in it, you will receive such soil in your grow bags, okay? So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into what we can garden, grow, and put out in this month, okay? Because we are starting things off. Now, if you are interested in gardening and want to do things, let's go ahead and start things off now, okay? The way you start the year, I believe, is how you will exponentially end the year. So if you start it off right, doing what you want to do, achieving the goals that you have set, I promise you by the end of this year, you will accomplish those goals so much more, grown in between, as well as fed your belly, okay? As it pertains to the garden, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So two things that we can go ahead and get going outside is peppers and peas/beans, okay? So if you are into peppers and beans, go ahead and give them a grow, put them out there outside, because the time is now, okay? In which, even if you want to, you can start them in your home first or indoors first and then transplant them outside if that is your thing. If you're like, no, I just like putting stuff out in the garden, go for it now. Those two are readily available, as well as tomatoes, okay? Those are available and able for you to go ahead and give them a grow, which we did do a video this past week about propagating tomatoes. All things being considered, I told you, it's game time, it's showtime. It's time to go ahead and put those bad boys out in the garden, whether it be a raised bed, as you see here, like I have my tomatoes over there, or grow bags, which I'm gonna put one of my tomato transplant, or my propagated clone tomato plants in a grow bag. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. That is something that you can do. Also, a midpoint of this month, some things that you can go ahead and start indoors. Starting seeds are broccoli, lettuce, onions, and spinach, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So start those seeds indoors, or if you're like, nah, indoors really is not a thing for me, well, wait for the month of February to go ahead and give those bad boys a grow, because it's not quite season for them or the temperatures for them. However, come February, it will be ideal. So that's why you start the seeds indoors, so that when outdoors is compatible and able for them to be able to be productive and grow, you are already ready and able to do so, okay? So save those things, or you can grow those bad boys indoors. Now, you can also start some seed potatoes in your grow bags. I personally prefer to grow potatoes in grow bags, just because of the way that they vine and all those different things like that. You can grow them in grow bags or even 5-gallon containers, which I did a video probably a couple weeks ago where I harvested some of my sweet potatoes from both container grow bags as well as 5-gallon buckets. So hey, go ahead and give those potatoes a grow. You can also plant some flowers, okay? Now, you may be wondering, why would I plant flowers? Well, flowers are necessary for your pollinators, okay? So your butterflies, your bees, and other things that will help grow your tomatoes and your peppers and even your peas and even your loofah and things like that that you may be growing that have flowers. Flowers are vitally important because it will attract the bees, attract the butterflies, which will help pollinate those things that are growing in the garden, which will help allow for things to grow a whole lot better, smoother, and the way they were naturally created to grow. If you don't have such flowers in your garden, you will have to hand pollinate and do things yourself, which can be a little bit awkward and weird. So go ahead, have those pollinators out there so that it can do what it's supposed to do, which is help pollinate and grow your garden. We can also grow our cool season crops, okay? You'll continue to do those, such as your broccoli, your cauliflower, your Swiss chard, collards, kale, your parsley, your parsnips, your beets, your radish, and things like that, okay? So keep those growing. And those things I already have grown in my raised beds as well as my grow bags. I did video on planting those, growing those, so make sure you tap back into those if you need to know. If you may be starting off like, hey, I don't know about any of those things that you're talking about growing, well, I promise you there is a video on this YouTube channel for that, okay? And then we can show you how to do those things. So those cool weather plants we can keep growing in the garden. Let me see what else I have here. Down, boom, 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 boom. Yes, I think that is it. And well, those were the main things that I wanted to highlight that I actually grow in the garden, that I do recommend others to grow in the garden, right? I'm not gonna too much tell you things that I don't grow or I haven't tried, because if you ask a question, I want to be able to respond. And so with that being said, hey, give it a grow. Now is the time. We are in January. Let's start new. Let's start fresh. Let's start with the mindset that I can grow, I can garden, and I'm gonna do it this year. And so getting a jump start, getting a start on the various things that I talked about is the way that you can start growing today, start growing this month, start growing this weekend, start growing now. Whatever it is, you have the opportunity to start growing. Now is the time to get to going. You know what you can go ahead and start doing. So I recommend you going forward. Let me know again if you have any questions, comments, or concerns pertaining to any of the various things that I talked about. I'm here to help. We're here to help. This gardening community is here to help. We're here to stay, and we're here to help us all grow and benefit from gardening, okay? So with that being said, great people, I am done. This is it. Hey, you found this video. I'm excited for you. Do some new things in the garden. Start a garden. Add to your garden. Whatever you need to do in your garden, we are here together. And remember, you can always garden with me if you have any questions. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Till next time. Peace.